Losing 50 pounds is harder than anyone tells you. It takes longer than you want and it'll test you in ways that you're just not ready for. But if you commit, really commit, your entire life will change. I've lost nearly 80 pounds and I've helped hundreds of normal, busy people do the exact same thing. And that's exactly how I know you can do this. This is gonna be a motivational video, so if you have quit your fat loss in the past, save this video, come back to it. I promise this is gonna help you stay motivated. In this video, I'm gonna break down 3 things: what it actually takes to do this, a realistic timeline, and how your life is gonna transform when you achieve your goal. First, if you want this entire plan that I'm about to tell you about just like done for you and sent straight to you, it's totally free. It's my 21-day fat loss plan. You can get it down below. So first, we're gonna talk about what it actually takes. And I'm sure you've been through this before. It always starts off, motivation is really high. After a while, the motivation fades. And a lot of people, they'll say that discipline is what needs to take its place, or discipline is what gets you, actually through. And there is truth to that. I'm not saying that's not true. I just like to focus more on the results giving motivation back. Let me explain what I mean. I think momentum needs to take the place of motivation. Your results come before your motivation. So it starts off with motivation, and then because you did it whenever you didn't feel like it, which I know is considered discipline, you're going to get the results, and those results are going to fuel your motivation. You just have to trust that you're going to feel like it again. So here's how I would do that. I would create a list of non-negotiables that you agree you're not going to let yourself down on. Number 1, I have them right here, is a daily step goal. Pick something, it doesn't matter, just reach it no matter what. Today, I'm actually walking on my floor pad, my whatever it's called, my treadmill, but it's not a treadmill, to get my steps, because yesterday I actually missed them. So today I want to try and get to a total of 28,000 steps between yesterday and today, because that's my non-negotiable of 14,000 steps. And I know I missed it, but it was just a hard day yesterday with our daughter. And so, yeah, I had to make an adjustment. So that is my way of being non-negotiable on that thing. The second is 2 workouts a week minimum. And this is ideally resistance training, and then extra workouts go towards cardio. By the way, just a reminder, my 21-day fat loss plan, I actually help you with that lifting side of the equation as well. So again, it's totally free. Okay, the third non-negotiable is to do something in relation to your diet. That doesn't mean that you have to hit your calories, because sometimes that's not going to happen. But no matter what, either track your calories. That's my favorite way of doing it, is tracking. Then I can eat anything I want, as long as it's within reason. Intermittent fasting is another, time restriction, or keto, which is basically, carb restriction. Whatever feels least restrictive to you, you have to follow that plan. That doesn't mean it has to go well. You're just giving an effort towards that for that day. So if you're normally keto and that's your non-negotiable, and you have a slice of pizza at a party or something, it's okay, get right back to it, which kind of goes into the next non-negotiable. The next non-negotiable is you can never allow yourself to go 2 meals, or 2 decisions, I should probably say, I think that's more accurate, that are, not in line with your goals or bad. I don't like using the term bad, because really there are no bad foods. I know it's kind of cliche, but let's say you go out to a Super Bowl party. I always use that as an example, I don't know why, and you eat horribly. The very next decision needs to be either a workout or a good meal. Have something clean that makes you feel good, even if you don't feel like it. You can always go back to having pizza the very next meal, but follow this non-negotiable. Hit your 2 workouts, get your steps, and work towards your diet in that way. Move on the very next meal, and you're going to be right back to it. And I promise it's not going to affect you nearly as much as it has in the past. The last thing that I would try to make a non-negotiable is your sleep. So pick a time. For me, it's like 9 or 10 p.m. I have to get to bed by 9 or 10 p.m. Or the next day is much harder, and I'm not able to control my cravings because I'm tired. And if you have ever found that you don't have enough willpower, it could be a result of your sleep. So just make that a non-negotiable, that you will get to your sleep. So I'm going to recap those real quick. I would have a daily step goal, hit 2 workouts minimum per week, track your calories or do intermittent fasting or keto. No matter what, you make an effort towards your diet. Move on. Never make 2 bad decisions in a row. So if you have a bad meal, move on to a good meal, move on to a workout, and then get to bed by 9 or 10 p.m. or whatever your time is, and make sure to get enough sleep. Okay, the second segment of this video is the timeline. What is a realistic timeline to lose 50 plus pounds? Obviously, if you have more weight to lose, it's going to take a little bit longer. So let's focus on 50 pounds. You can kind of imagine from there what that would look like. I think 6 months is a realistic timeline, but a year is much more likely to actually stay off. Like, the fat is much more likely to actually stay off. So I would be planning on a year. Now, if that disappoints you, please stick around. I got you. I know you've probably heard this before, but first, No matter what, that year is going to pass. So let it pass. At least be bettering yourself during that year. Number two, your final result of losing 50 pounds. This is so exciting when people start to realize this is true. I've trained for 10 years. I've seen this a lot. I've seen the transformation happens on the inside when a person is bettering themselves and whenever they're losing weight. It is fun after the first 10 pounds. It's so exciting that a person realizes, oh, I don't have to lose 100 pounds to be happy. I'm much happier. I'm feeling good in my shirts again. I'm feeling good at 10 pounds lost. Now that does start to fade. But if you keep progressing and you keep getting back on the horse whenever you fall off, that you'll always be the next 10 pounds. And the next 10 pounds feels good. You feel more confident. You start to need new clothes. You don't have to wait for the year mark to be having so much fun with this. I bet in a month, you're going to feel amazing, probably less. And then every week after that, if you just stay with it, you are going to be feeling so good. So start today, even if it's imperfect, or tomorrow, whatever. Start very, very soon. Don't delay. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the next month. Whatever it is, just start as soon as you can. Even if your food logging doesn't go well, studies show that you just paying attention to your food is going to get you results. Even if your workouts don't go well at first, you just taking more steps and getting in the gym and doing something that like is far from optimal is going to get you muscle. You got this. I do want to mention you are going to need diet breaks. Probably. Not many people go their entire weight loss journey and then just keep it off. So if you start to see that you're like, man, I'm thinking about food a lot, my sleep's kind of affected, I'm hungry all the time, take a diet break. Comment below my videos. I will coach you through doing that diet break. I'm going to be here with you the entire way, okay? This YouTube channel, at least right now at the size that it is, I'm able to answer every single comment. So if you need my help, please let me know. I want to help as many people as possible for free in my comments because I figure that, you know, God is going to give it back somehow if I'm giving out that kind of energy. So I want to help you, okay? This isn't, of course, I train people and I work with people and it's $45 a week and there's a 2-week money back guarantee. You can go to my fat loss plan. It'll take you there eventually. Or, you know, I don't know, you can just leave a comment and I'll send it to you, the sales page where you can see what it's all about. But that is not what this is about, okay? I can help you if you want extra help, but I'm here for you on this YouTube channel. The last thing I want to speak into about the timeline, if that's disappointing to you, imagine your life being transformed, which we're about to get into, and this is the most motivational part of the video. Imagine a transformed life. Is a year really important? I mean, yes, of course a year is important, but I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, if you had to wait 2 years, 3 years for your life to look completely different, wouldn't that be worth it? If I told you in 2 years, you're going to have $5 million in your account if you just keep working hard, wouldn't you be like, I don't care, 2 years? Sure, that's great. My life's going to be completely different. It's going to be totally worth it. This is the same. Okay, so I just have a brainstormed list here and I'm gonna give you something, an awesome tool. So if you're still at this point in the video, please keep watching. At least it is amazing for me and I hope you love it. Let me know if you love this idea, especially if you utilize it. Please let me know in the comments. But first I'm gonna start with the small stuff. Tying your shoes without gasping. These are things that I've come up on with myself. I never got that large, but I've trained people that are 400, 500 pounds, plenty of them. And that's something they always tell me is I can tie my shoes again, you know? So anyways, that's a cool thing. Clothes that actually fit and you like feel good and you feel a little bit, you know, like they fit snug in a good way. Not that your belly's pushing against them. And getting dressed without frustration, like putting on pants. If you're not large enough to know, that's hard whenever you're large. And bending over and small things like, you know, cleaning up after yourself in the bathroom. It's just those small things they're pretty sweet. Here's some bigger wins that I'm going to go over, but I want to tell you real quick about this cool idea that I had. So I have a list for my business of 100 reasons. I call it my 100 reasons list. I literally came up with 100. I'm actually at like 102 now. Reasons that I want to succeed in my list. Things like being able to take my daughter to the park on a random Wednesday, pull her out of school and just do whatever I want with her because I have the time and the money and the freedom to do it. Not really the money, more the time, freedom, not having to work a 9 to 5. You could do that for your weight loss. And I want to stress to you, I want you to do 100 reasons. Don't stop at reason 17. Don't stop at reason 80. Because I find the best, actually 80 is probably around where it starts, but still, I find the best reasons are the deeper ones that take you a while to get to. It's the second half, it's the second 50 that really resonate, you know, and some of these might be on there. Some of these are kind of obvious. Living longer for your family, being there longer for your family, pain-free walks with your family, you know, going on vacation. Like imagine the vacations. You'll be able to walk without having to rest. You won't be able to slow people down. You'll be able to enjoy the view instead of huffing and puffing. That's so cool. No knee pain going up and down the stairs. It's small. I mean, that's kind of small, but that's kind of big. Like, that's a frequent thing. Clothes shopping is fun again. You'll actually be able to go pick out clothes that you want, not clothes that you have to have because they're the only ones that fit you. Sitting in planes, booths, and theaters without stress, knowing that the plane's going to fit you. You're not going to have to worry about the chair breaking. I mean, these things are just big. Feeling confident in every photo, wanting to be in photos. I don't know about you, but me, I hated being in photos. Hated it. Every fiber in my being because I hated the way I looked. It wasn't the photo, it wasn't the camera. It was how I looked. Imagine dating again with confidence or reigniting your marriage. I mean, the physical, this is physical. This is a physical transformation. Yes, a lot of it happens up here, and yes, but it's not a bad thing to be a little bit shallow and say, hey, I want to look good naked again. Waking up with energy, not exhausted. Going the whole day, and there's a reason you're exhausted, by the way. It is not that there's something, necessarily wrong with you. It's the body fat. Come on, put 300 pounds or 200 pounds or 150 pounds, whatever it is, on someone's back that's, 150 pounds already, good luck. They're going to be worn out by noon as well. You're carrying around a lot of weight. Physically, you're carrying around a burden. This one's big for me. Walking your daughter down the aisle with pride and not pain. One, being there for your daughter or your granddaughter, to walk her down the aisle. And you might not have a daughter, but I do, and she's adorable. I'll try to show a picture of her, and I love her so much. And it breaks my heart to think that I wouldn't be there for her because I didn't take care of myself. So I don't know. See, this is the list of 100 reasons. You do 100 of these, you're going to come up with things that are like, man, they hit you in the heart. And then you pull out that list and you pull up this video and you watch this video again because you're not going to quit this time. You're going to make it. And what about the proving to yourself that you're not broken? This is just difficult, but you can do difficult things. Because if you're anything like I was, I stopped believing in myself. I stopped believing that I had the ability to do it. But you do have the ability to do this, guys. I've seen this too many times. I've seen it literally. I've probably transformations with my clients, like something that you would qualify as a transformation. I've probably seen 150 of them. Now, yes, that's over the course of 10 years. I haven't, been a popular online personal trainer. So there's only so many clients you can take in person. For that to happen. But lately the business has been picking up online and I get to see more and more and more people transform their lives. And I can't wait until I have 1,000 people that I've been a part of, lucky enough to be a part of, them absolutely transforming their lives. One thing that you might really struggle with is the meal prep side of things. I find that is the lowest hanging fruit for people whenever they're starting, is that if they can have home cooked meals that aren't difficult to make and that actually taste delicious, that they just lose weight almost effortlessly to begin with. That's actually included in my 21-day fat loss plan. So grab that down below. In the first email, I send you my cookbook. That's really going to benefit you. And now you can watch this video here on how to not quit whenever you get to that quitting phase. You could also watch this video here on how many calories you should actually be eating in order to find success and not lose muscle mass.